Welcome, Cancers, to your uplifting messages. So, Cancer, I feel like you're having a whole lot of interferences at this time, challenges or conflicts. I don't know if it is the energy of the full moon in Capricorn that's affecting you since it is your opposite, but I feel like people are not wanting to let you speak, or you feel like your ideas are not really connecting together at this time, and it has affected the message that I was trying to bring to you at this time. So let me first read you a affirmator card. That's what it is called. So that we can actually start on a good foot. So I'm not really understanding what's going on, but okay, so we have two messages for you. My super attractor power comes from how I feel, my faith in love, and the joy I put out. Let's say it again. My super attractor power comes from how I feel, my faith in love, and the joy I put out. Okay. And for another group of you, wanting more for others puts me into an energy of abundance. Okay. So, Cancer, this is the way that you need to operate at this time. That will bring the shift that's needed. Okay. For any kind of interference or any kind of conflict, if you want, you can get back to this reading, read those cards, and we'll go ahead. So the initial messages that I had was the fact that there was a close friend to you. For some, it's specifically for a person, it's an Aries, and for others of you, it is a close friend that is in a secret relationship with another one of your mutual friends. And the reason why they are not willing to share this information with you is because this relationship is brand new. Okay, so for some it's between 3 weeks to a 3 month period, and they are having conflicts at this time. Okay, and I feel like this could be a best friend, the one that wants to relate or relay the information to you, is in a dilemma. Okay, they're conflicted about the fact that they would need to quote unquote wash their dirty laundry with outsiders, meaning anybody external to the relationship. So I feel like if eventually someone decides to tell you, that person's gonna say, Cancer, I like how many times I wanted to text you, I wanted to call you, to vent when this person is annoying me. And but I felt like, again, I didn't want to have any kind of negative influences, because I feel like someone is like, I don't want people to affect my relationship in a negative way, and they're speaking from past experiences. Okay, but what they don't know is that even if you knew, you would have rooted for them anyways. And I feel like this person has demonstrated like coping mechanisms when it comes to conflicts, where sometimes people say certain things, they just let nonsense fly out of their mouth. They don't really mean it. Okay, just it was meant to hurt. It did the job. And if it's anything that's very close to your heart, then you're gonna feel like that's a deep knife wound. Okay, but I feel like this person has realized that they are in control of their own feelings and their emotions, and they've decided to detach themselves from any kind of similar situation where they feel like they are not heard, or they feel like emotionally disappointed, especially in a conflict, especially an argument. I feel like there's a sense of understanding that this too shall pass, and they realize that once they detach themselves from the situation, that they come back somehow on a better footing. But when they stay in that stagnant energy, trying to make someone hear what they have to say, trying to make someone, pulling at them, trying to make them hear their words, this person is not interested. They have their own feelings, they have their own emotions that they are dealing with. They're not interested. Like, there's a sense of a mini disagreement akin to mini war. Like, we're on opposite, we're on opposite parties at this time. I'm not willing to hear you out. So someone has realized that by stepping out of the situation, once they do come back in, okay, they feel better about the situation, but it seems that things have shifted and there's more harmony. Okay, and for others of you cancers, it's relating to you at this time when it comes to your own decision making skills. Okay, like for today, this is a full moon energy, and some people don't realize that the full moon energy or the new moon energy do tug, is that the word, do pull at your emotions and pull at your feelings. And certain situation of facts could have been avoided if someone realized that whatever that I'm feeling, even if it's real for me, it may not be the accurate truth in this situation, because you're wearing this foggy lenses. And for some, like, you could take it to the extreme. You could hurt someone physically, you could hurt someone verbally, you could take yourself out of a situation completely when it could have been solved if you had just stepped out and took some time for yourself. Okay, so let's get into this reading. And again, cancers, if you know your birth chart, you know that your moon energy is going to be quite significant, since the sun sign is in Cancer at this time. But cancers is ruled by the moon, so if you know your moon sign, then you're good to go. You should start doing your research about that as well. Okay, so what is the heart of the matter for the cancers at this time? Okay, what's the heart of the matters? The heart of the matters. So I guess cancers are dealing with different situations. Ooh, we got the Ten of Wands. So I feel right now like I'm focusing on the shoes. I feel like cancers, you need some new shoes, okay, or some new boots. I don't know if you're in construction, but I feel like your shoe got all fucked up. You're gonna need to change some shoes. But for some of you, I feel like you are a little bit feeling burdensome at this time, and you decided to kind of take some time away. I don't know if it has happened or it will happen. Some time away from the city, probably gonna go see some family, or just rent a place outside of the city and being more in tune with nature. Okay, and what's clarifying this is the High Priestess energy with the moon energy. I feel like you felt the moon energy for a while. Okay, this full moon energy, I felt like you might have felt it days ahead, and you kind of decided that I don't want to be surrounded by the crazy people. That's what you call them. I don't want to be surrounded by the crazies. I feel I'm gonna need to step away from the situation. For others of you, you're building the foundation, whether it's a career, whether it's actually a home, at this time, and you are led in a path or in a situation where you've never been before, and you have to only rely on your inner compass. As you can see, this guy, I don't think he's able to see the floor with all this lumber. I don't think he's even able to see where he's going. So you need to be careful if you are dealing with heavy machinery, to not, like, don't hurt yourself, because it might be, it might get worse than you think with the moon energy and the high priestess. Okay. But yeah, I feel like some of you, like with the moon, it's usually taking yourself out of a situation. This is the moon is my suicide card. Yeah, like I said, like some people might feel like their life is too burdensome, and they just want to take, I'm not saying it's the easy way out, but it's one way out that you cannot recover from. So be careful about that. Or again, you don't want, like, unless you're a werewolf, I don't know if they exist. Unless you're a werewolf, I you shouldn't be going around, you know, spitting on people. I don't know why I said that, but spitting on people, talking smack, talking shit, because you might get it. You might get something, okay? So the high priestess, she keeps her mouth shut for a reason, especially if she ain't got good things to say. But for some of you, cancers, because you've put in all of this effort, you will be, I heard providence, you will be provided with something, with a gift, with an offer, with recognition. But I feel like it's more about, like, something that was close to you will open up. Like something that was, it's almost like someone has this, I also feel like this could be you or someone else that has this tight grasp on something, or you have mastery on something, okay? Or you're working on getting your master's, probably. But I feel like someone that has a tight grasp, but it could also talk about understanding and knowledge about who they are, or about something specific here, okay? Okay. Something about, like, maybe someone is saying, as they hearing me talk about the full moon, they say, oh, I already know. I already said that I was going to be closing my doors to people. I ain't paying attention to my phone as much. Some of you are not even in the city. Some of you are not even at home no more. So if somebody's knocking at your door, you're not here. Okay? But again, Cancer, some of you are going to be provided with the tools, with a tool, or with the tools needed for you to get ahead on your journey here. Okay? So if you feel like you're at loss for words in how you feel, it's because something is missing. But the universe and God is going to provide you what is missing. Okay? So that's the heart of the matter. What is the focus for the Cancers out there? And again, thank you, Cancers. Thank you, TikTok family, YouTube family, for your support. I appreciate it. It's awesome. It's amazing. Thank you so much. What's the focus? Okay, what's the focus? And also, guys, if you are interested, if you check out my profile, there is a link to my Spotify music, and there is a specific song that's actually inspired by the moon and Cancer zodiac sign. So hopefully you like it, so go check it out. Okay, so what is the focus for the Cancers? The Ace of Pentacles. Yes, I mean, I said it, something is going to be provided to you, but that's good. Ace of Pentacles, that means this is practical means. This is money. This is support. For some of you, it's a baby. So again, with the moon energy, guys, I mean, the moon is moaning. So some of you, if you're not prepared to have kids, I mean, condom, okay? Or any kind of contraceptive method that you use at this time. But I mean, because if you're going to be doing it, you're going to be doing it well, and you're going to have that baby. Just saying. Again, another card for condoms. Eight of Swords. Yeah. Because you're going to be paying them baby bills, okay? Okay, but for some of you, this is related to your job. I feel like some of you are going to be um, making more money at your job at this time, at your current location. I feel like some of you are actually getting a certificate, or maybe trying to enter an internship for a different position at your job. Okay, or for some of you, you're wanting to work like at oh my god, how did I forget this? Okay, it doesn't matter, but it could be alike to Silicon Valley. Is this company still I'm asking if this company is still operating. as you as you may have noticed, I don't pay too much attention to the news. But either you are trying to get into Silicon Valley, or is Silicon Valley a TV show as well? Whatever. You know what I mean. A tech company. Is it considered a tech company? Sorry about that. But yeah, so yeah, you're trying to get into Silicon Valley, or uh, something like Silicon Valley, or just a big tech company. Okay, you're trying to, or you're already working there. You're trying to change positions, enter like some kind of. You're trying to enroll into a course within your current workplace. Okay. Some of you, there's money that is going to be provided to you, but that's going to be due to doing overtime at your current workplace at this time. Okay. For some of you, and a selected few, I feel like some of you are looking for your family. I don't know if you did ancestry.com. Like someone was abandoned as a child. Okay. Or someone realized that their they just got reunited with their abandoned sibling, whatever the story is at this time. I feel like the reason why this sibling was, either they were abandoned or put into adoption, was because someone was too young to take care of this kid, of this baby. I don't want to say that you were a kid yourself, because I see the hermit energy here. I feel like it was like a decision made by the family, but the person that is concerned specifically, so the parents of the abandoned kid, were not part of the discussion. So if you're not part of this discussion, that would mean that you were a minor at that time. But I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling like a decision with this. Sorry, I have to show you the cards. A decision with this Knight of Swords would shove down your throat, and I feel like your family is very rich. Like someone's family is very rich, and I think the reason why is um it's something related to like their reputation. They didn't want their reputation to be solid. That's not the proper word. Not solid. Like they didn't want dirt on their pristine name for whatever reason. And someone felt I feel like this is the mother of the kid, felt like they were being manipulated, because maybe they were seen as the black sheep. It's almost like this person always do something wrong. And I feel like someone realized that whatever they do means nothing, or it has no significance. So they've let other people pull the strings in their own world. And I feel like this person that I'm tapping into was not so young. They were not that young. Okay. Okay. So, what is the positive aspect of the situation here? The Two of Cups, Two of Swords, Seven of Swords. I feel like we're kind of continuing with the information regarding the abandoned kid. I feel like someone felt like their family didn't like the relationship because they were of a different race, of a different, sorry, there is just one human race, of a different ethnicity. Yeah. So somebody made a decision based on pride, but it ended up being a loss-loss situation for the mother. Loss-loss-loss situation for the mother, the dad, and the kid. Someone was trying to figure out why someone didn't fight for them, but they did. It's like, yeah, well, I came to the gate. It's like that's how rich they are. Like that family, they have a gate. You can just walk into. You can just walk on the front yard. Front yard. I don't know if that's supposed to be some kind of accent. I don't know. I'm not good at accent. But yeah, with like this person did show up, but look, it's like the Nine of Wands is a fence. Like I'm trying to speak. I'm trying to get someone to open the door for me, and I can't. And I feel like someone even tried to climb that fence. I feel like the it with the Seven of Cups and the Five of Wands, someone ended up getting pepper sprayed by the guards because someone felt like I don't know if they didn't recognize this person or the order was given that you need to keep this person at arm's length. They cannot enter this gate. They cannot enter this property. Someone got pepper sprayed and fought against and kicked out by the guards. Can we have? I'm sorry, guys. We went to another direction here. For some of you Cancers that are trying to figure out, are you trying to figure out something, Cancer? Yeah, I feel like you're trying to figure out if where you're going, for some of you Cancers, the journey that you're embarking on, if it's actually worth it. Okay, because this is the focus. For some of you, you are going to get that help, but for others, okay, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that support. For some, it will be provided to you by a loved one. It could even be somebody that you just met, but I feel kinship energy, best friend, and so on. For some of you, you need to be careful with self-medicating yourself. Okay? Because the devil did show up. Because I feel like things can get weird if you keep on doing the same thing with the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like that's like a drug dealer, right? Like, be careful with self-medication too, because, or maybe you are taking because you feel like you feel overwhelmed, you're looking for medication, or you're going to the doctor, you're gonna get an observation, but be careful too about the type of medication that's been provided to you at this time. Okay? What's the negative aspect of the situation? That was positive, guys. What's the negative aspect? Dude, we have the death card. Okay. Yeah. She ain't playing. This is an energy that does not play. So I feel like if it's related to that rich family, I feel like that could be the mom. That could be the, like, grandma. Grandma don't play. Grandma is very mean. Anyways. Oh, yeah. So there is an ending of a situation, okay? But I feel like you need relief. I feel like the death energy is related to relief. I did talk about, like, the moon energy is also related to suicidal thoughts. Oh, be careful that when you're, self-medicating or self trying to look for medications that may help with your condition or whatever, okay, or like I feel like you're trying to be able to deal with your day without feeling overwhelmed. Like, be careful that the medication that you're taking is not giving you suicidal thoughts, okay? So because I feel like some of you are actually going to realize, oh, like, why am I feeling different? Like, that's crazy. I feel like your doctor actually told you that. I also feel like some of you've read the back of, the package or bag, whatever, and it's actually saying that. So the death card is an ending. So it would be best for you to not take this medication at this time, because it's gonna get you all fucked up with this Eight of Swords and Tower. Because Eight of Swords already is, it's related to a lack of power, or feeling, powerless, and you're trying to look Ace of Cups for healing. That shit don't work. Poobell, garbage. Okay, that shit don't work though. Ooh, some of you cancers, I feel like, yeah, initially I wanted to say that this might be someone that that you I say that like that, but it's almost like it depends on your perspective about this kind of relationship. I feel like this is just, for some of you, this Two of Cups is just a relationship based on sex. Because I feel like some of you might be too busy to actually have a relationship, to actually have a long-term relationship. And you just want that, you feel me? Okay? That's how I feel here. But I hope you understand. Somebody's coming back around. This Wheel of Fortune keeps showing up. Somebody's coming back around, and this is a relationship that ended. This person is your ex. Your ex is coming back around. You might be giving him some. You might be giving them some. Boom, pregnant with third kid. Really? You really did that? But for some of you, you just need to realize that somebody's gonna call you back, or call you Thursday or Friday. I'm not saying it's this week, but it's possible, right? They're only looking for one thing, okay? Do you know what that looks like? But it's a one. That's the only thing that he's holding. The fucking, sorry, the pentacle. The pentacle is on the, this. That's the thing that you actually want. That's your focus. Probably is telling you to, you need to take your pill, girl. You need to take your contraceptive pill if you're about to say yes to someone, because it was the Knight of Swords and the Magician. So someone is coming hot, heavy, and it's gonna be now. Okay, But this magician is holding the wand. So someone is coming back around, but they're focused on. Sometimes we like to call the magician the player, which can be true, but you also have to realize that you can play if you want to, but you have to know that this person is there for a season. Okay. What's the advice for cancers at this time? What's the advice for cancers at this time? We have full energy. So it's okay for some cancers. Uh yeah, because that white rose is kind of looking pretty similar to the white rose in the death card if you do own or know the Rider Waite version of the tarot. We have the full card, but for me, I mean, it's kind of like sometimes it's good to play. It's not an ideal, situation, but the Fool, Jupiter is in your sign. Ooh, the Strength card. I think it's because the Strength and the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like it's because you know this person. They know the things you like. It's not like it's not a person that's new. Okay, but for some of you, this person is coming back around. Um, in August. For some of you, though, you're trying to figure out if a person is responsible. And the fact that the Two of Pentacles is underneath the 10, it's saying that this person, it's very debatable. Okay? But also the Two of Pentacles talks about things are not as they seem. And you don't have all the informations yet. Okay? So you might want to give it a go with the Fool, but the Fool energy, what you need to understand as the advice is that it doesn't take any prisoners. So if this 10 of Wands energy is related to any kind of emotional burdens or things that you've carried it on from the past, you're gonna have to let go, because the Fool is open-minded as fuck, free. He's like, I don't care about death like that. Please. They're like, bring it on. Also for people that have Pluto and Aquarius energy, like if you have a Cancer ascendant, usually your Aquarius is in the 8th house, which is related to sex and endings. So it could also talk about this person trying to play you, okay? Trying to take a chance. They're trying to see, are you up for it? Cancers, are you? I don't know where that went. Yeah, because the Seven of Swords is here. Yeah. Somebody is trying to see if you are available for this kind of liaison. Look, 5 of Swords. That's the Queen of Cups. 7 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups is trying to get their freak on. You know what I feel here? I feel like for some of you, okay? For some, you go and get together with this person, you're gonna come, but they're not. And then you're gonna find a way to get the F out of here. And you're like, I came what I needed. I came for what I needed. So now it's time for me to bounce. I think you're gonna find a way. Or like, oh, you're gonna look at your friend like, oh my God, I got something to do here. And someone is gonna look at you like, what the? You're like, Sorry, you should have been like more quick or something. That's funny. But again, so for the cancers, for the cancers out there, if this 10 is related to emotional burdens or feeling rejections, feeling like a victim, anything that's holding you back from seeing love or entering romantic relationships in a free spirited way, in a once upon a time kind of way, or no, once upon a time is not really the proper one, but yeah, it's like I've met you, you're the love. Like there's a sense of kismet. You meet someone, you realize that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with them, kind of thing. But for that to happen, you have to be free. There's a sense of needing to reset, needing to renew again, and kind of feeling like when t- uh, Teenage Love Affairs by Alicia Keys, but not as serious. Now you're grown, you know the consequences of certain actions. But you still have to feel like love can make you fly, and write poetry about it and make you feel excited about love. Because I feel like for some of you, I want to say intercourse. That's so novel, like word to use, but I feel like you might have an issue loosening yourself up. That would be the proper word. And I feel like it's related to fears from the past, or things that might have occurred. So you might need therapy for this at this time. But I feel like you need to, there's a sense of not realizing that you've bonded yourself, or you've restricted yourself, or you've limited yourself, or limited your reach, or limited approach, which is not gonna work in your new chapter. Okay, it's just not gonna work. You need, like, the death card comes in because sometimes in the negative position, sometimes talks about an ending that we don't really want to deal with, that we don't want to face, that we don't really want to go through, because that transition period is pretty lonely sometimes. And it doesn't mean that you're not in a relationship. It doesn't mean that you ain't got friends. It doesn't mean that you don't have family. But within yourself, there are things that are happening, that's going on. Some of you could be shifting. You could be changing. You could be, you could also be changing things in the bedroom as well. And the things that you like could be like something that could scare your partner. Just saying. But for some, they'll be happy to play with you. Okay. So, what's gonna happen to cancers if they do follow the fool? Because I feel like the fool could be you, it could be that other person that you're dealing with. That you've been, I feel like you've been somebody has been longing for either relief, either for a specific person, okay, or either somebody's performance or situation has been stunted somehow, and they just need a way out of it, and they just need release, basically. The name of this reading should be Cancers. You might need some release at this time. Oh, Knight of yeah. Some of you are gonna say now, if the Fool energy is another person, if the Fool, because I feel like you might be like, nah, I rather have someone that can stay. Because I feel like this person is not meant to stay. They just came here, they have their own shit going on, they have their own issues, and they came for that once in a blue moon. I feel like it's a once in a blue moon kind of person. Okay, or there could be a once a blue moon kind of experience here. Because the Knight of Pentacles takes his sweet time. And when he does arrive, he do arrive with the real shit. Oh, yes. I feel like with the Seven of Cups and the Devil card, it's like, tell me what you want, tell me your fantasy. I feel like some of you are like are into BDSM, some of you are going to be role playing and stuff. Okay. But again, I feel like with the Devil card and the Seven of Cups, again, I feel like you are being very careful about the people that you come into contact with sexually, because this is Venus in Scorpio. Okay. So you're like you're not wanting to get into a relationship with where things are just going 100,000 mile per hour. Okay, you're wanting something to be very slow. Some of you, this could also be the kind of, you're like, no, I want my sex, I want foreplay to last an hour, which is crazy, but still, that's you, Cancer. Okay, it's fine. That's okay. I have the Wheel of Fortune. Everything like sexual here. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. I feel again. Yeah, I feel like you gonna say no. You're like, no, no, no. I think you, I think someone's gonna text you or call you when you're gonna ignore the call. You're gonna ignore them and you're gonna be like, better luck this time. I'm on some other shit. Okay, this is a European card. I'm on some other shit. Okay, I'd rather stay single for now and look good for myself because I'm looking for this King of Pentacles. He can match my fly and we can make dreams come true, or we can bring about the world that we want together because he matches what I want. He or she matches what I want. Okay, so yeah, so a lot of Cancers are going, like, if you don't follow the full energy, uh, if you don't follow the player, I mean, you're gonna say no. It's because something else is coming anyways. It's just gonna take some time. Maybe it's gonna be around like Virgo season, okay? That you'll have some suitable partners in that, in the romantic area. But for some of you, you might want to say yes, but I feel like you're gonna control the situation. You're gonna be like, you know what I like, right? Don't fuck around. So funny. Okay, so if Cancers don't, if they don't follow the full energy, if they don't, follow the full energy part, and again, for some of you, letting go of things, letting go of emotional baggages or things of the past that are holding you back, you'll be able to deal with your day-to-day. Or I feel like this could also talk about therapy, like being provided with tools and ways for you to deal with your day-to-day. So I feel like if you feel overwhelmed, there's a sense of take taking the long view, take looking at things from a different perspective, but take your sweet time. Okay, take your sweet time. You even see like the horse hasn't even set his other leg on the floor yet. Or some of you, you're like, I'm gonna make him wait. Or in your head, you're like, maybe I have to wait here. Maybe I have to wait. I mean, this is an enticing offer. I know this person knows me, they know my body, but I feel like something else is coming along and it's gonna be so much better than just this, quick release, and then ain't nobody calling me no more after a month or two until they want to play again. No, not for me, sorry. Okay, so what's the energy for the Cancers that are not going to abide to the full energy in whichever way it means? We have the Six of Cups. This is about the past. Let's see. Ooh, the star and the empress energy. Ooh, 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 ooh. What's this? So for some of you guys, I feel like you're just gonna be spending time with your family and with your friends. Okay? I also feel like there's other people that are gonna be coming back around. Okay? Due to the fact that you haven't really dealt with the past, there are on some unfinished businesses that you want to attend to at this time. And I feel like some of you, I feel like it's actually a celebrity. Like you're actually friends with a celebrity, you actually know them. Or it's like someone that you had the hots for, or you put that person on the pedestal. And for whatever reason, this person is coming back around, or that was the one that got away. Whatever. Whatever. Okay? So it's two things. So for some of you, somebody's coming back around, but ooh, you're gonna need to use your judgment in this situation. Okay? Okay? Because it's I have the parrot of the Caribbean, that the high priestess. I was saying there's some. What did she say? There's a way of destiny about you. I feel like sparks were flying when you met this person, and they felt like sparks were flying mutually. Why didn't it go anywhere? What the fuck happened? Ooh, somebody was trying to be a good. I feel like both of you were in different relationships, or someone was significantly older than the other one. Like one person was a minor, the other was not, so they had to control themselves. Or I feel like y'all were in relationships, and I feel like you weren't. The one that got away. I feel like somebody's crying over, not really over spilled milk, but I feel like someone is crying due to the fact that they should have they should have broke up with the relationship that they had to get with you, and vice versa. So it might be you that feels like you should have ended a relationship, but you felt obligated, or you felt like I have to deal with my responsibilities at this time. I can't just. But now that things are looking good for now, though. But the only problem is that you're still gonna have to deal with past issues. So I feel like it's gonna be, well, is this real? Or was it just an illusion that I just hyped up in my head?